Good morning, students. Today we will do chapter number 3, Winds and Cyclone from your Social Studies book, page 12. In this chapter, we will learn about winds, cyclones, anticyclones, types of cyclones, and differences between cyclones and anticyclones and their direction in northern and southern hemisphere. So first of all, we will define wind. Moving air is called wind, and it ranges from gentle breeze to strong gales. So winds are of two kinds, and gentle one is called breeze, which ranges up to 5 km per hour, and strong winds are called gales, and which ranges up to 200 km per hour. So wind usually blows in one direction, but sometimes this wind blows from both the directions, that it blows from your tropics and from the poles. And when these tropical winds meet the winds coming from the poles, there is a temperature difference, that warm winds meet the cold winds and they start moving in round and round in spirals, and these spiral winds are called cyclones and anticyclones. So we have a question regarding this cyclones and anticyclones, that what are your cyclones and anticyclones? When winds move round and round in spirals, these are called cyclones and anticyclones. From cyclones and anticyclones, cycle or cyclic rotation comes in our mind. Like the wheel of a cycle move round and round, same is the case, cyclones and anticyclones move round and round in spirals. And this cyclic rotation can be in clockwise direction and it can be anti-clockwise direction. As these are the round movements, they have a center point, like circle has a center point, and we draw the circle from the center point. And same is the case in these cyclones and anticyclone. So this is the diagram and this is the center point, and the center point is called I. This is cyclone and this is anticyclone. This is the center point and this center point is called I. This center point of this cyclone and anticyclone is very important, as it tells us when a cyclone is formed. Now we have a question regarding this topic, cyclones and anticyclone. The question is, write down the differences between cyclones and anticyclone. First of all, we will take northern hemisphere for both cyclones and anticyclones. In cyclones in northern hemisphere, winds spin in anti-clockwise direction, and in anticyclones in northern hemisphere, winds spin in clockwise direction. Okay, then we will take southern hemisphere. In cyclones, winds spin in southern hemisphere in clockwise direction, and in southern hemisphere, in anticyclones, winds spin in anti-clockwise direction. So the directions are opposite in both the hemisphere. In cyclones, air pressure is low, whereas in anticyclones, air pressure is very high. Cyclones are smaller in size, whereas in anticyclones are bigger in size. And cyclones bring stormy bad weather with a lot of rain, and anticyclones bring fine, dry and warm weather. And cyclones are shown like this, spiral movements, and these directions are shown through blue marker. These are very important, and this is the center point I. And this is the diagram of anticyclone shown through red marker, and this is the center point I. So you have to do this question and draw the diagram in the copy. And our last topic is tornado. It is from your book, page number is 14, tornado. So a much smaller but much more violent kind of cyclone is called tornado. and these form over the sea. So tornado is a type of cyclone and it is a spiral movement and it forms over the sea. And then we have a types of tornado, and very first type is twister or water spout. Sometimes tornado suck up a vast amount of water from the sea to form a swirling column of water called twister or water spout. And second type of tornado is dust devil. The twisting column of air sometimes sucks up a huge amount or quantities of sand in deserts and is called dust devil. So the difference in the types is that water spout or twister is formed over the sea and cold winds form this twister or water spout. And dust devil is formed over the land on a very hot dry places like deserts or dry lands, and warm winds form this dust devil. So after doing this question in the copy, you will come to your book page number 14 and you will solve the exercise, that is the fill in the blanks, complete the paragraph. In an anticyclone, the air moves in a clockwise direction. This means the pressure on the ground is high, and anticyclones normally means fine, dry weather, and the winds in anticyclones are fairly gentle. In a cyclone, the winds move in anti-clockwise direction and the pressure on the ground is low and brings stormy weather. The winds in cyclones are 200 km per hour, and the only part where they are different is in I. Here, winds are much less. Cyclones are dangerous because they cause destruction. Other names for the others named for storms on land and sea are Andhi, Tufan, and Twister. So children, read the chapter carefully, listen to the instructions, and do the notes on your neat copies.